you.
All for you. Freedom.
Keep your ear to the ground.
Talking about the freedom.
It's the best show in town.
Let's show you the freedom. Well.
I give you freedom. Yes, it's right. Freedom. Start right now. Freedom. Get your freedom tonight.
Freedom. Freedom. Come on, everybody. Young.
Hey, good mornings or afternoons or evenings, depending on which part of
wherever you are,
global community you find yourselves in.
We're just a church full of time travelers. We are. Yes, Cameron.
BTS, is that the K-pop group? This reminded you of them?
Behind the scenes.
Oh, behind the scenes. That makes way more sense. Hey,
Hi,
welcome.
Christian. Happy Mother's Day
Hey,
to you and your sweet wife.
Yay. Welcome.
Hi, Lisa. Happy Mother's Day. Happy
HMD.
Mother's Day.
That makes sense. Catching up here.
Mark
All these.
said it
I'm usually the
best.
one that abbreviates, and y'all with your acts are throwing me off. Get it? Acts, short for acronyms, but also throwing me off.
I
with
got
acts.
it. I got it. I always get it. Hence the face.
It was deep. It was a deep cut.
Face. Hi, Haley. Good afternoon to you.
Anywho, so welcome. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Jazz.
Why did I
Yes.
hiccup?
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yes.
Jazz
yes.
back there.
Jazz back there.
Woot,
Jazz
woot.
in the house.
Anyway, if you don't know what you've tuned into so far, this is Sojourn Grace
probably won't
Collective.
ever.
This is our Sunday morning. We call this Virtual Church.
You'll
This
probably
is our-
continue to ask yourself,
What is this?
what have I tuned into?
Algorithm, what have you given to me? But hey, we're glad you're here. We are a progressive Christian church in San Diego, hosted in San Diego, broadcast around the world. And here at our virtual services, we spend about 60 to 70 minutes with some songs, with some collective conversation where we invite you to engage with us and interact
That's
with
when
us.
it gets the weirdest.
Yeah, we've got a special video we're going to share with you
Hi,
this
Joey.
morning, inspired by a poem that Kate wrote a couple years ago. Kate's got a mindful moment, a love letter to all you doing the impossible, as the stream service is titled this morning.
We're
Now
glad
we're going to
you're
take
here.
communion.
Love you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like,
communion.
what
I
else?
probably should
Oh, yeah.
go get
And then we
communion
have a
item.
super exciting big house note at the very end about the...
Oh, right. I was like, we do?
Did you not know
Oh,
this?
God. I'm not prepared.
About
I'm
the,
prepared.
about the state of Sojo and where Weeze is heading.
Stage of Sojo.
So stay tuned. All
Okay,
that and
glad you're
more after this bumper.
Yes, you can hear me. Yes? Okay. Yes, the guitar's in the system. Y'all type if you can't hear us.
Beautiful love with arms of a mother holding her daughter and guiding her son. Beautiful love
God and all human, all light and all love. Every breath that you breathe, every song that you sing, strong and gentle, wild and controlled. Every tooth makes a sound, every tear feeds the ground. Strong and gentle, beautiful love, with eyes full of comfort and hands that have nurtured. Your house is our home, and our house is your home. Welcome to Sojourn Grace. You did it. You're here. You're part of the thing. There's nothing else you have to do other than come be with us. So we're glad you're here. And we're real glad that Jazz is here.
Hi, everybody.
Everybody say, hi, Jazz. It's your first time at Virtual Church.
It is, and I'm so excited. Thanks for having me, Matthew.
I feel like we need coffee mugs
I
and
know.
just
Oh,
like the
wait.
whole thing.
Only I could find one.
So how's your weekend been, Jazz?
Well, it's been a barn burner, Matthew.
Yeah, you were at our friend Liz's house last night and you got some earrings, right?
Yes, I did, which I'm unfortunately not wearing. Which, because they didn't
We're
match
doing great. We're doing
my
great.
dress, but they're great. And another time, I will be wearing them, and I will take a picture, and I'll put it in the sanctuary.
I love it. Jazz slept on our couch last night so that she had a very simple, easy commute to church this morning.
Yes, very different for me than normal.
Yeah. So that's standard operating procedure here, by the way. If you're here for Virtual Church on Sunday mornings, you come and sleep on the couch the night before, just so you know.
But we're still not a cult. Yeah.
But we're not a cult. Kate and Colby just sleep down here on this couch every week. So why don't we do, is it another song? Is that what's up for us?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do another song. And this one I have to switch guitars for, so I got to leave you for a second. You got to banter by yourself.
Oh, no. What'll she do? She's never been comfortable with that. It's so great to see. It's so good to see. Well, I was going to say it's good to see you in person too, Donna, but that is one of those classic YouTube moments that doesn't work. But it's great to see your comment on this screen.
By the way, happy Mother's Day. And all the songs that we've picked today, I describe it as they have BME.
Big mothering energy.
Big mothering energy.
I love it.
Thank you for being right there with me, Jazz. I appreciate you so much.
When all your hopes are shattered and you feel like your soul is a sea, your dreams don't seem to matter, your heart is bruised and battered, you can't feel anything. Love anyway, love anyway. When your world has gone to hell, no story left to tell. Love anyway. I've been a long lost pilgrim. I built my home on fragile faith. I've been the victim and the villain, still the father to my children, owner of a heart that's slow to change. Love anyway, love anyway. When your world has gone to hell, no story left to tell. Love anyway. attempts. Joy and happiness, joy and happiness, joy and happiness. Love anyway. Love When your world has gone to hell, no story left to tell. Love anyway. When the world has gone to hell, no story left to tell. Love anyway.
Jazz, more review.
Okay.
You're on.
Stole. Hi, it's that time to get awkward together.
Now I know the height of this table.
And I have to get used to now seeing everything on this side. We rearranged, and by we I mean not me. The other humans that do this thing rearranged this week. You can't see it anyways. This means nothing to you. This is getting off to a really good start, you guys. Collective conversation.
Yes.
Jess, I'm so happy to have you here to do this awkward thing
Me
with us.
too.
Do you want to pull some questions for us?
Yeah, I do.
If you get a pink
Yes,
symbol, just we
there.
don't do sexual ones here at Sojourn
Yeah.
Grace Collective. Not because we're
just
against
off
it.
camera.
It's more inclusive to not, you know.
Ooh, wow. Okay. That one's blue for a reason. Not that reason. Sad blue, not
Yeah.
pink is blue in that way on this desk. Okay, this one is maybe more apropos of the day. Let's do
Aw.
that one.
I like it.
Okay, so this is the person who taught me most about love. And I just want to say, if that's not your mother, you can answer that question differently. Just you don't have to be pressured because of the day.
Yes, 100%. Not how we do around here. Yeah, just think of someone who taught you a lot about love and maybe like say a little more about that too. What's your answer to that or your response to that?
Probably is my mom, honestly. She is, yeah, well, okay. I'm going to say there's so many wonderful things about my mother, but I will say that one thing that I really love that she taught me without like non-verbally was like in the way that I love my body and my appearance. I'm really grateful that my mom didn't like model like, oh, you have to look this way or like you need to be dressed up. My mom has always just been like, I'm gonna wear what's comfortable for me.
Wow,
And
what a
like
gift.
and she will just be like she'll still do this thing where she'll be like, your earlobes are so cute, like I love your earlobes. And so it's just like, you know, the world gave me plenty of other stuff to like negotiate with on the body front, but
Makes it even more meaningful that your mom gave you.
yeah, exactly. And so I'm very like, thank you for not adding to that pile. Thank you for giving me a reference point.
Mark
at home.
says Freckles the dog.
Aw.
Matthew Lovegood says
Oh my
bell hooks
gosh,
for sure, but
agreed.
then Colby hopped on and also said bell hooks expanded love beyond more feelings. Did y'all plan that or you both just said that? That's cute.
Way to one up,
Bobby
Matthew.
says my parents.
That's very true.
Oh, I love this, Laura. My adopted daughter taught me the most about how to love by being the most difficult person I've ever made a commitment to love unconditionally.
That's a real answer.
Oh, this is the best. I mostly learned love from the stories I read, and then Kaylee polished it for me. I love everything about that. Everything about it. I think.
Oh, Nancy Jungling has taught me a lot about love as well.
Same.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to answer every person I've ever encountered. And then
Right.
I
Yeah,
want to answer the
exactly.
same as Shane here, myself. I think I've taught myself the most about love. Also, when Alexa said that about the stories I read, I was like, oh my gosh, me too. Like,
Yeah.
I think that impacts us more than we like even probably can name or
That would be a
realize.
good alt question, is like, where did you like
This
those
is
things that
great.
you learned in literature? Like where
Sarah,
was,
I
or what
love
was like a
that.
character that taught you something about love?
Mhm.
Because sometimes, and it's great when the people in your life aren't doing a great job at teaching you that.
I love that.
That's a good little.
This is great.
Yeah. I also really, I'm still thinking about what Laura said, that I think it's a good point that like someone who teaches you about love, that's
When
not
they're
always soft.
difficult.
That's not,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this is a person that loves differently than me. So how do I find you and learn how to love you better? I like that.
Grandparents are the best.
True.
They teach us so much about love. My kids, I think my kids are my answer too. Kids teach you so much about love because they, like, before you get the chance to screw up what they think about love, they have such a fresh, like, what's the word? Like unhindered and
Yeah.
they just haven't been messed up about it yet.
Right.
And so it just comes
Yeah.
out so beautifully.
Tabula rasa.
Yeah, and Aaron just hopped on that too. Probably my kids, how they forgive me so freely when I mess up and how they love me unconditionally. Kids are the most
true.
forgiving humans.
Yeah. It's like when you notice that like kids, when they're just starting to get in that point where like, oh, I'm embarrassed to tell you that I'm excited about this. I'm like, no, like don't go there yet. Like
Right?
you don't have to be embarrassed.
Stay.
Should we do
Stay,
another
kids.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to pick it again, or do you want to pick it?
I just want to
Here,
read
you
this
keep
last
reading.
big question.
Yeah.
Response. As an adoptee, the value of me as a family member actually had a price tag. Learning to love has come from so many sources, not specifically the adoptive family unit. Oh, it went away. And starting over with portions of biofamily has been difficult. See you, Jennifer. That's a journey. Thanks for sharing with us, trusting us with that
Could
story.
be fun.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
Okay.
I think we've done that before.
Oh, okay. Then I don't want to
Actually.
do it.
Right as you said that, I'm like, oh, we all answered that a bunch. There was like
Gotta be
grass.
special.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, we have done a lot of these.
I know, it's funny. This is a box full of cards. And
Yeah,
a lot
I'm
of
gonna
them.
do
Maybe you
the
gotta
other
dig deep,
side.
huh?
Yeah, I think that might be the like one we've done side. Oh, actually, this one this might be too heavy, but it's funny to me because you can. Okay, this is the last person. This is maybe the opposite of that question, or not. The last person who pushed me over my edge. ...
Is it over yet?
Was
Careful,
me for
everybody.
picking this question.
Careful, yes. The last person who pushed me over the edge was Jazz for picking this question.
Oh my gosh.
So
Also,
funny.
people might be afraid to answer.
Yeah, I'm like, we're just gonna sit here with it. Like, it's not updating. There's nothing.
Let's
There's
see.
nothing
Because I'm just
scrolling.
thinking of more like I feel like for me, it's almost never someone who like it like actually hurt you or did some. It's always like some random person who's like taking too long in line. Like it's always the like side
you
person
go.
that's just doing something absurd. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, I feel like trolls are.
Oh, yeah, that's a good share, Jennifer.
Yeah.
People on the internet who say ridiculous
Oh my
things.
god.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Toxic positivity people.
Oh my gosh.
Toxic Christian
Yeah.
people.
No.
The guy
Yeah,
driving
we're
on
in
the
case-
freeway while texting.
Yes.
Always. Always. It's always a person
I
driving
see.
for me.
Let's see. Okay.
Oh. Cameron.
It's true. Wow,
Because
yeah.
of that whole unconditional love thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Very fair, Laura.
Yeah.
in your line
Probably
of
the whole
work.
carceral system.
Oh my gosh, Emma, I would have lost my
Oh my
mind.
gosh. Yeah.
Also,
oof,
Mark.
Oh my. Yeah.
Good
That's-
answers,
that's-
people.
these
Way
are
to
good
take
answers.
Jazz's
Yes.
really over the edge question and just.
It's true. Honestly, it's been an over the edge week. So.
Oh, Sarah, we see you. We get that a lot
Aw.
around here, all of us, and we see you.
Yeah.
Keep being you. Beautiful.
I had a writer from the show I worked on who used to do this thing where she'd be like, good letting go breath. So that's a good letting go breath.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, isn't that the most obnoxious thing in the world? What, you want me to run over a human? What would you like me to do?
Let me see. Yes, SCOTUS.
You want to do one more fun question?
Yeah, this one might, I
Less
mean, it's not
serious?
like fun, but it could be. I don't know. I feel like
like
this is
it.
like blank. Okay.
No, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, something I believe but haven't said aloud.
Oh, Alexa. Yes. Sorry, last
Oof,
question.
yeah,
So,
no, definitely.
Doctors who don't listen and dismiss you.
It is something I believe but haven't said aloud.
This could be funny. This could
Yeah.
be silly. Or this could be real serious and deep.
Yeah, it's true. Ooh.
It all belongs here.
Susan. Take it off the screen.
I like the way you worded that too. They can. They can
Yeah.
push me over that. Don't tell.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have one of
something-
those?
Something I believe that is there anything I haven't said aloud?
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I tend to say everything out loud.
Like-
So. And myself. Though.
It's fine.
Santa.
Santa. This is a good answer. Let's see. Ooh, I like that. I like Donna's. I won't be erased by anyone. I like that one.
Is that an answer to that question, or is she responding about the SCOTUS stuff?
Well,
It could go either way.
Yeah.
We're just gonna take your
I
comments. as
just
an answer to
agree
everything.
with that, and I
actually.
don't want anyone to erase you either.
Mm,
Ooh, yeah, that's
point.
that's true. I think that
as
might
we're
be
like,
part of.
share your thing out
yeah,
loud.
you do
There's
it.
probably a reason you haven't
Yeah.
said it out loud.
Yeah, I'm picking these very.
Oh, and see,
controversial
Cameron's
ones.
saying the same thing.
Yeah.
If I haven't said it out loud, there's a good reason I haven't said it out loud. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
Oh, nice. Okay, thanks for the clarification.
something.
I love it.
Okay, great. Yeah. That's the first.
See, I knew someone was going to share something.
Thank you. Something I. Oh yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of like because I actually do have a lot of sort of insane beliefs like that, probably that I just don't give a lot of airtime to. But
Yeah,
like,
fair.
I was like, okay, I don't know. This is a little sideways of that, but it's interesting. I was a big Narnia fan growing up.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
And I like when we moved into our house, there was this big wardrobe door that I like asked for my closet. And I may or may not have like walked with my hands out like toward the back of the closet, hoping that one day there wouldn't be a wall. Like there would just be snow and trees. Probably I was like 15 or something. It was just like, I know this isn't true, but someday I just feel like Narnia's got to be part of the deal somewhere along the line. So now I've said it aloud.
You're safe to say that aloud, Lilia. As a person with brand new health problems, I kind of believe Virtual Church is better than in person. But I see both sides of it, of course. But still.
Yeah. Ooh, agree, Matthew.
Me too, Matthew.
Yeah.
Can we say it aloud right now?
Yeah.
Let's say it aloud right now.
It's a little scary to put on the internet.
It is. I know. Well, it's scary too because like when you say some things like that, it's like, but I want to be clear that like you people don't come into my camp. Like this is not a dog whistle for you. But I can still have notes.
Mark says you can't go looking for it, Jazz.
It has to find me.
Yeah, true. But I really want to find it. I really want to find it.
Cake it.
And I
agree. Same.
Yeah, we are
same.
totally
Here,
on your
you're
team.
finding
You
a
are
good-
very safe here.
Yeah. Although
you have a whole
ironically,
team.
I'm slowly coming over to
cake. Is
Yeah.
overrated. Pie is the real deal. I've
Yeah.
always felt that way my whole life. I love pie.
I've started to find more exception cakes that it's like, oh, this is a good enough cake for me to make an exception and not, well, and I have very high standards for pie as
My
we know.
10-year-old doesn't like cake, and I find that really odd.
Natively. Ooh.
Mm.
Oh.
Well, can we hold you in that, Shane?
Yeah.
Love you.
Let's see. I have strong positive beliefs about cake. I just like that as a sentence too. Like, hi, I have strong positive
I
beliefs
have
about
strong
cake.
positive beliefs about cake. Y'all, this has been another collective conversation, and I don't know what to tell you.
When the calls and conversations, accidents and accusations, messages and misperceptions paralyze my mind. Buses, cars, and airplanes leaving, burning fumes of gasoline, and everyone is running. And I come to find a refuge in the easy silence that you make for me. It's okay when there's nothing more to say to me. And the peaceful quiet you create for me, and the way you keep the world at bay for me, the way you keep the world at bay. Monkeys on the barricades are warning us to back away. They form commissions trying to find the next one they can crucify. Anchor plays on every station, answers only make more questions. I need something to believe in, breathe in sanctuary in the easy silence that you make for me. It's okay when there's nothing more to say to me. In the peaceful quiet you create for me, and the way you keep the world at bay for me, the way you keep the world at bay. Children lose their youth too soon. Watching war made us immune. I've got all the world to lose, but I just want to hold on to the easy silence that you make for me. It's okay when there's nothing more to say to me. And the peaceful quiet you create for me, and the way you keep the world at bay for me, and the way you keep the silence that you make for me. It's okay when there's nothing more to say to me. And the peaceful quiet you create for me, and the way you keep the world at bay for me, the way you keep the world at bay for me, the way you keep the world at bay.
You who are wild, you whose belly and soul expanded, wombs carrying kicking feet, tiny hiccups disturbing your breath, tiny hearts forever stitched inside your own. You who run with the rivers, the careful nurse, the quiet woodworker, you who birth new policies, sleepless fighters, steady surgeon, trusted worker, standing all day in courtrooms, hands holding softly what is broken, hearts of strangers forever stitched inside your own. You who call to the moon, up to your knees in weeds, toiling, tending, aching, dirt under your fingernails, rising before the sun, knowing Earth's rhythms like the back of your hand, protecting, harvesting, feeding ones you'll never meet, cultivating, curating, losing sleep but never heart. You who rise with the tides, you who've waited and ached and longed and lost, buried hopes, buried futures, the motherless daughters and the mothers without children, knowing grief in your bones, holding sorrow in your shoulders, rocking mournful lullabies to sleep, waking to one less day without them. You who travel with the wind, you who watch a growing belly from a distance, waiting to hold, crossing oceans, piles of paperwork, years of careful planning, sharing motherhood, erasing boundaries, making hearts your own. Mothers, all of you, wild, holy, free, and so deeply, deeply loved.
Watch over us, watch over us. My hands are tied, my strength is gone. Mama, your babies shrouded in sorrow. You've had your time. Who has tomorrow? Watch over us. Watch over us. Crown, don't need no glory. You've had your life, that ain't my story. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down. But my baby's sleeping, sleeping in peace. So watch over us, watch over us. Watch over us. Watch over us.
In the United States today, we celebrate Mother's Day. And also in this country, you will often hear mothering referred to as the most important job in the whole world, which is fascinating considering we also live in a country where mothers have little to no support right from the beginning. We have the highest maternal mortality rate, little to no paid maternity leave, and childcare is just on us to figure out, leaving folks both not getting paid enough when they provide childcare and not able to afford childcare when they need it. We give birth and we pull on our jeans and get back to work, pumping breast milk in bathroom stalls, folding laundry on lunch breaks, scraping by and making lunches in our sleep. Mothers are revered in word and neglected in deed. I chat with my friends often about how much harder this parenting gig is than anyone ever told me it would be, because we're not really supposed to talk about it. It feels weird to complain too much about the job that everyone says is so holy. I don't know that I've ever felt more lonely nor more crazy than when my kids were little and I felt like I was barely even surviving, but I was supposed to be really happy about it. Because our reverence for mothering in this country is a sham. Mothers aren't actually revered. They're put on pedestals. And a pedestal is the loneliest place to be. The expectation, devastating. The weight of the world on your shoulders and no solid ground beneath your feet. With no support system in place, the assignment is to raise other human beings who will contribute to society and make the world a better place in an environment that actively works against your achieving that goal by requiring so much of you that you're left ragged. If we truly valued and revered mothering in this country, we'd move heaven and earth to create sustainable support systems that connect us so that we never feel alone. We'd have every resource we need to make the impact we desire to make, and the assignment itself would never be perfection. The goal would be community, compassion, growing, and joy. As it is now, we hustle and never measure up. We race and we never rest. We work ourselves weary and have nothing left for play or for pleasure. To mother in our society is to care for deeply while not being cared for deeply. This is impossible. Parenting comes with everyday maddening decision-making that leaves you questioning your own sound mind as you hit the pillow wiped to the bone each night. And on top of that, in today's world, parents are doing the gritty work of turning societal tides. Today's parents are refusing to normalize bullying, control, and punishment. Today's parents are sifting through generations of trauma, grounding themselves and parenting through mountains of grief to raise kids whose identities are no longer shaped and molded by their parents' egos. Parents are literally changing the course of humanity in raising these wholehearted kiddos. Boys who walk through the movie theater sobbing because Spider-Man was so sad and so moving, and they don't even have any clue that their tears mean that we're healing society. Girls who code and captain the football team, queer kids whose parents march with them in the Pride Parade alongside a church full of wounded warriors. Kids who think it's normal to talk about their feelings, kids who mention therapy like it's going to the dentist. And now we've got to figure out masks and Zoom school and risk management and work at home with toddlers and canceled graduations and sorry you can't go to the dance because you tested positive. It's all too much. And I wonder, who will hold the holders? Who will mother the parents, tuck them in and assure them that they've done their best and that their worst won't ruin everything? I just want every parent in this god-awful madness to know that they are held and seen, and above all, know that you are enough. You're magical, actually, a healer. You can't make this madness go away. You can't make the pandemic less intense for these kiddos or this world less chaotic, but you are doing something bigger. You're healing something deeper. Treating these kids like the full humans that they are, you're making the world whole. And I just want you to know that you're seen, and I want you to keep going. We're doing something miraculous here, so hold on tight and know that you are loved. I'm thinking of parents today because of this holiday, but this is really a love letter to all of those doing the impossible. To every one of you waking up each day to face a world that says you're on your own, kid. To anyone and every one of you who are caring for deeply while not being cared for deeply. You are not weak for being this tired. It's exhausting working this hard and holding this much. You deserve rest and comfort and leisure. You're not crazy for feeling like this game is rigged against you, like you'll never be enough, like you're sinking. You deserve recognition and compensation and to be tended to and provided for. And you're making a difference. Know that. You're having an impact. You're doing good, holy work. And you deserve to come down from that pedestal to a soft landing place where you get to be fully human, wild and free and supported. We live in a society that expects so much while offering so little. It's no wonder that we're all feeling disconnected and disillusioned.
Society expects so much and delivers so little. Sorry.
You win some, you lose some. That was amazing. We're a community of people doing the impossible. We're caring for so deeply, mostly without a greater network of support that is in our very nature to have. Today, I want you to know that you're seen. And I want to invite you to make certain that others feel seen as well. Who in your life today is doing the impossible, and can you write them a love letter? I dream of a world where our societal systems are in place to where every one of us is cared for deeply in a way that cultivates thriving and connection and belonging. But until that day comes, we have to be that for each other, to create small, wildfire networks of support for one another. Every one of us are walking around a bit ragged from living in this mostly isolated and individualist society. What a difference it makes when we feel seen. Dear ones, I know what you're pulling off these days. The way you rally, the way you keep going, the way you nurture and mother and heal and restore. And you make miracles happen every day in daily gritty lives. Whose invisible work can you recognize today? Who's pulling off the impossible, caring for so deeply without being cared for the way they really need? Building networks of support, it starts with recognition and affirmation of how hard and lonely this is. If you reach out, if you practice seeing, you too will be seen and supported. And together, we'll mother each other whole and work toward a society that in reality reveres the true spirit of mothering, that of reciprocal caregiving that cultivates thriving for everyone. As Matthew and Jazz come back up here and share this next song, I invite you to be thinking about the people in your life that you know are constantly caring for, who are mothering this world in any way, and don't really have that societal support system underneath them, that grounding. And could you just practice reaching out? Maybe even send the text during this song that just says, I see you. It's Mother's Day, and I just want you to know I see you and the way that you care for so deeply.
I don't know how Kate does it every damn time.
I know. I was like, good luck with me not crying in this song now.
Yeah, right.
When the rain is blowing offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, and I could never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met, hold out in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, and I'd go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. There's nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
What's that?
Would you like me up here for communion?
If you would like
Yeah,
to.
come hang out. Let's do it.
That was a beautiful song, and I asked them during that bumper there who wrote it, and Jazz informed me that it was Bobby D.
Bobby,
Bob Dylan.
not
Wrote that
Darren.
song.
Yeah. Be a weird twist.
Thank you for that message. I feel like one day if Sojourn does like a greatest hits album, that so far 8 of the 10 would just be all Kate's Mother's Day sermons. You know what I mean? Like every year it's just, oh yeah, you want to know the heartbeat of Sojo? Just go
It's
listen to
literally
all
what got me
the,
here.
yeah. Hey, let's take communion together this morning.
Whatever you got.
Yeah, let us know what you got in the comment section. This is a ritual that we've done at Sojourn every Sunday since we started our church in our living room 8 years ago. And when we moved virtually 2 years ago, we thought, let's just keep doing it, but now grab whatever you have on hand at home because it's a beautiful way to stay connected.
What do we have today?
This is an RX bar, which isn't RX like prescription, so it's like a
Yeah.
prescription bar. I don't think I fully understand the
Should we
branding.
be eating it then? Did you steal it from someone's medicine cabinet?
Oh, that's funny. It's a protein bar. It's made of egg whites, almonds, cashews.
I want sun chips and
Dates.
cold brew.
But also no
and
BS.
no
That sounds amazing,
BS.
Sarah.
No brown sugar.
I ate those when I was doing keto back.
Mark
in the
is
day.
having shirt for communion. Mark, what are you
I
doing?
don't know what that means.
Why are you having shirt for communion?
Hey, it all belongs. If you need a healthy dose of cotton or polyester in your diet. So as you take whatever it is you're eating today, know that you are a part of a larger collective, a larger community, and may you remember that should you find yourself in the situations that Kate just talked about, where you are giving and you're like, who's going to hold me? Know that this community is here to do that holding for and with you. Would you like to partake in someone else's prescription?
In someone else's prescription?
You?
Thank you.
You're having Colby's share for communion? Well, that's even weirder, Mark.
You were loved or
Yes, I did used to have a thing to say. Man, I would change often, but the default was
Yeah.
you're a love child of God, I think. Maybe?
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
And it's still
Oh,
true.
You
for you.
surprise people by remembering their names.
I would. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that part.
That was so
call,
lovely.
Jesse.
Was that just last Sunday? I can't keep track of time anymore. Or was that
I
two
mean, it was
Sundays?
a whole lot.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening over here. I ignored it.
Right.
Someone asked us to
You
put
fake
something.
forgot my name.
Someone asked us to put something in the sanctuary, but I don't know what it was because I
It was
didn't catch the
Donna.
timing. And
The
so
nut
if you tell us
house
what it
one.
was, then we will put it in the
Whole
sanctuary
bar
for
of
you.
it, Yeah.
I think
I don't like it
was,
when I can't match people's requests. So just,
Totally.
I'm just asking you. So
Oh.
tell me. What did you want us to put in the sanctuary? We will put it in there. Sometimes
lemon
the
bar
comments don't.
coffee. Aaron, that sounds
That
fab.
sounds amazing.
And I'll take that coffee, Aaron, or water, Susan, or matcha chia pudding. Is that like
It's both combined.
well damn?
Could be.
Well done. Take, and as you drink this morning, remember that there's never been a moment where you have not been fully loved and connected with God. In fact, someone, I think it was Summer, referenced or shared earlier to the question, it came in a little late, but what is something I believe that I don't say out loud? And she was quoted Romans 8:28 that, can I just go find it really quick?
Yeah.
Nothing can separate you from the love of God.
Yeah, that was it. Nothing can separate you from the love of God. Thank you.
Oh, balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It was bugging
Yeah,
me.
take and receive.
I don't have any drink today.
It's really good. All right, friends, we have a couple house notes. Good job, Jazz.
I followed the prompt.
Here.
Okay.
Here. House notes.
Wait, what's
house
happening?
note- wait, I don't know.
Say house
Oh,
notes?
house notes.
House notes.
We're supposed to look at each other. It's not just everyone randomly look up. It's look at the other squares, like the Brady Bunch. Just no one did
So
it.
next time we re-record
Wow.
House Notes video,
Yeah, follow the prompt.
so Jazz isn't the only one
Yeah.
who's just like,
Just pick a random direction and look in.
Do you like how everybody else not doing what they're supposed to do made
I-
you look weird?
Just tickled by what happened there. Okay, so the main thing that we want to talk about today is an update on our in-person gatherings. Okay, so we have been virtual for on and off and on again now for just over 2 years because of the pandemic, and we have, been for the last few months really trying to listen and discern and understand what is going to be best for our community moving forward. And so today we want to talk a bit about that. But first we want to say here's 3 things that we know to be true as we sort of get into this house note here. Is first, Sojourn's values as it has pertained to responding to COVID has been, you might describe it as like short to go virtual and slow to go back in person. Right? Like short to respond, like,
Sorry
okay.
about the face. I was just
No,
like,
like,
short.
You know how
Why
like the
are we
Bible
talking
says
about
like
short
the
too?
Lord is slow to anger and quick to forgive. We are quick to cancel and slow to return kind of thing. But it has been driven by this sense of trying to care for and be
That's what Lily said earlier.
be accessible. So we went virtual real
And I
quick.
was just trying to prioritize protecting the most vulnerable among us and making service accessible.
And then as we even like last fall went back in person, being slow to that, we did these Sabbath Sundays because we were like, hey, we're not going to just suddenly like pull the curtain back. We're all back in person, like just slow to that. So that's the one thing. Number 2 is the altered landscape of our student community. So we have over the last 2+ years now found many of you, and you have found
Colby calls you
us.
our accidental baby.
I have referred to you as such. Like, whoops.
Our
Guess we
whoops
have
baby.
this.
Oh yeah, you say our
oopsie baby.
whoopsie baby.
Oops, oopsie, not whoopsie.
Okay, oopsie.
Just yeah.
Oops. Anyway.
Anyway, like, so we have now a vast global community that we can't just leave behind, like you are part of the Sojourn community now.
We
And
don't
so,
want to leave you
yeah,
behind.
we don't want to. So
Which is part of why when Omicron happened and we went back to this again, and then the rest of the world went back to in person again. That's why we didn't do that again, because it just was like last time we tried it, it felt like we left you. We left virtual. Did that make sense?
yes,
What?
I just really like this comment. I got my handy dandy notebook
I know,
ready
I
for
like
the big
Fantastic.
announcement.
I like it.
We were big Blues
I like it.
Clues.
All right,
So
what's next?
yeah, so and then the third thing that we know to be true is that Sojo from the beginning, we have been a community that has adapted, that has innovated, that has experimented. I mean, one of our mantras from the beginning is like, I don't know, we'll try it, we'll learn a lot and figure
If it doesn't
figure
work,
it
we'll
out.
do something
Yeah,
else.
it
How many
doesn't work for-
iterations of Sojo there have been? Many.
Yeah. And third weighing, which is our way of saying, like, what if we can do both? What if we can both and this? What if
Donna
we can
says her
yes
video
and?
keeps interrupting, but you haven't missed the news yet. We're still leading
Yeah,
up
we're
to
still
it.
getting there. We're
Okay,
still
let's get
killing
there.
the
Let's get there.
marquees. Sorry.
Let's get there.
So then, all that to say, our plan for moving ahead is this: that we are going to continue Sunday morning live stream virtual church. So Donna said, "Stay virtual, please." So
Flamey in that
I
picture
love
is
that.
fantastic.
That seems like a good show.
That's the one you picked.
I had minimal time this morning.
Yeah.
Just grab a freeze frame, and that's
Yeah.
just where.
Nothing weird going on back there.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
So we are going to continue providing this space and this connection live from the Pink Fireplace, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Not going anywhere.
That's not going to go away, and we're going to continue that. And this is the yes and. This is the third wing. This is not going just this way or that way. It's doing both. And we are also going to begin Sunday.
Nothing happened. Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
it's going a
Delay.
bit slow this morning. We're also going to begin a brand new Sunday evening service at 5 p.m. at St. Luke's Episcopal Church in North Park. So we're both handing this. We're saying virtual, continue Sunday morning, and let us resume our in-person weekly gatherings. And why don't you say a bit about the new venue? Because this is a different venue than when we
Yeah, when
kind
we
of reopened last fall.
When we kind of reopened last fall, when we tried reopening in the middle of COVID still, one of our biggest goals was to reduce the amount of set up tear down work. Sojourn has always met in a space that isn't already a church, so we have to, like a box that we have to set up and tear down, like a gym, school gym, and then when we met at Christ Lutheran, it was a gym. So we tried moving to the school thinking that that was going to solve that problem, and what we found is that it didn't. It wasn't what we thought it was going to be. In fact, it was just as much work, and we were all just really struggling with it. And so we knew that whatever we did when we finally did reintroduce in person again, it had to be in a real, like a church built. You just
Facility designed for
Yeah.
churching.
you can't do anything like what we do without having it already set up, and it's just important to be in a building like that. So we've had a couple of gatherings there.
Yeah, we've sort of tested
and
it out.
It works. It's a lot less work, and it's a great facility with people we love at
Yes.
St. Luke's. We've always had a relationship with St. Luke's and done things there, and so we love them.
We
and what
almost
they're
rented
doing.
their facility like
North Park.
6 years ago when we
Yeah.
were moving to a new church. It was almost, but at the time, you can see a little thumbnail down there. You can see at the time their sanctuary was like super traditional, so the pews were like all the way. But since then, they've done a lot of work to sort of create this horseshoe modern environment with screens on the sides. So it's a really, I don't know. I think it'll be a really great. I'm super excited about it. Really great.
We were
venue.
very excited to move to North Park when we moved to the school, and then the school didn't work out. So we're super happy to stay in North Park, and everything at St. Luke's is community oriented. There's always stuff going on there. People being fed, people cooking food, people doing service, and it's very North Parky. So we're excited.
Yeah.
So that's it. We're doing both.
Hold on. So
virtual and
when does this
in-person.
begin? It begins. Yeah, never. Sunday, July 3rd. Okay. Sunday, July 3rd. So in 2 months, we are going to begin this plan to do live stream and in-person services at St. Luke's at North Park, 5 p.m. on Sunday. And we went back and forth quite a bit on the Sunday evening thing. And you might have mentioned this, forgive me if I'm saying it again, but part of why it's Sunday evening is so that we can continue doing Sunday morning virtual. And because we knew we wanted to and sort of needed to rent out a church facility,
They're not available on Sunday
churches
mornings.
tend to have it in use on Sunday morning. So Sunday evening. But we think this will be a really fantastic time. It's not so late that you can't get home, especially you with kids or you that sort of like to prepare for the week. It
You can still go
gives
home and do
plenty of
meal
time.
prep
Yep.
before you go to bed.
Yep. And they have a wonderful kitchen and downstairs like community banquet hall. So I could see us doing like, hey, if you want to stick around and have a community dinner after service, things of that nature. They have a sweet playground for the kiddos. Yes. Right, Susan, isn't that?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that is our...
Can we also just talk about how hard it was to, because we tried to translate Birch Church. We tried to translate Birch Church into...
Yes.
like
Thank
we
you for
tried
making
we
this
tried to
point.
merge
We did
live
try to
and
third
virtual, and
way,
it was
yeah.
really tough. It wasn't the same here. Like this was no longer the same
Yes,
experience.
what
for
Donna's
those of
saying.
you.
No, it won't be. Sunday in person will be in person, and virtual will be virtual.
Yeah, so they are separate things now, which
great.
I think is really smart.
Yay! Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, I think
Aw.
that's the right thing. Oh,
Our former
hey,
board member
Gregor.
approves.
Oh, that's
Love
fantastic.
you, Greg.
Can I ask is there a difference between the services? Like, okay, so how
Yes,
would the
they will be
like,
very
those so you could potentially do both.
They'll be
it
very
wouldn't
different
just be a
things.
rerun.
Yeah. In fact,
Yes.
Yes.
It'll be different music,
different music,
musicians,
different people leading the music,
different messages,
yeah,
different
different everything,
vibes.
so.
Yeah.
Nice.
We can't, do we like, I mean,
Yes, you should.
the evening will be like more churchy,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
the live stream will continue to be whatever.
A lot of a lot of thought has gone into, and a lot of conversation with a lot of people has gone into thinking through what people want, and it continues to be at Sojo that people want a lot of different things. So
Yeah.
the both-handing is just constant. We're
Yeah.
just constantly both-handing, and it all belonging. So
So not much will change with Virch
Thanks,
Church,
Laura.
but,
yeah,
adding
Virch
the
Church will feel the
in-person-
same, but going back to in-person will be church.
So
right.
very excited. So in the
Love ya.
coming weeks, we'll continue to sort of talk about it and prepare for it and invite you to partner with us. And by the way, speaking of you, thank you. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support and partnership with our leadership. And Kate and I have felt you all for months with your kindness and your patience and your understanding. So thank you as we have attempted to navigate these unknown waters these last, 2.5 years, really. Thank you. It's really meant a lot to us to feel that support. I know, sad Bridge.
Sad about that too,
But-
friend.
Just come on back when you're ready.
And yeah, Virch Church.
Yeah.
All right, friends.
Okay.
Love y'all.
Oh yeah. So I only had one more house note, which is just our normal, and that is if you would like to support our mission, our two-pronged double mission now,
Also, I'm popping this
weird.
up.
Then we'd love to invite you to
Yay,
do
Cameron.
that. Yes, thank you, Cameron.
Yay for helping. We will need all the help.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't actually say the words.
Joybox.
Woo!
Jazz was like kind of surprised. Woo.
I love this, Aaron. We hope that too. That would be so fun.
Yes. 100.
Oh, thank you, Laura.
That would be wonderful.
Laura, I appreciate you. Thank you for saying that. And thank you, Shane. Thank you, everybody. Y'all are just the most supportive people.
Yeah.
You make it a joy to do this work. All right.
Okay. To our benediction, these are the words that we say at the end of every service. And it's our challenge / invitation to go into this week with bravery in your heart because you're a loved child of God. Can't nothing take that away from you. And also be kind, even to the people that are driving while texting, because they're also a loved child of God. They just momentarily forgot it. Is the story I tell myself. Okay. So if someone out there virtually wants to lead us.
Also, I love you, Greg.
Have we mentioned that?
Yeah.
That we love you, Greg?
Sarah, so glad that you joined us today. Welcome. Glad you were with us for the first time.
Thanks, Veronica.
Jazz might have to-
We're just waiting.
Oh,
There it is.
There it is. Thank you, Bridget. Here it comes.
Be-
Because you're a child of God. Good job.
Awkward wait. Laura's got us.
Because so is everyone else. Love y'all. Happy Mothers and Mothering Day.
Mwah.
Bye.